Hi, my name is Kajetan, and I've decided to make a change in my life. It's not the first time, and I'm certain it's not the last time because I have troubles. I have troubles regarding continuity and responsibility, and I've been all types of forgetful, and um, I've been considered lazy and sloppy all my life, and only recently did I realize it's most probably, I haven't been diagnosed yet, but it's most likely due to ADHD, which I've been suffering from. Um, I have been, well, clinically depressed, maybe not all my life, but a really, really long time. I am on medication right now. I've been meaning to talk about myself to me, to better understand myself, and to you, to let you know what's going on in my life. And hopefully, maybe you like listening to me. You'll find that you're interested in what I do, and maybe you'll want to support some of my projects. I'm a university student. I study game design. I've been working on a couple projects as a freelancer, and I've been working is a good word for it because I've been slacking for a couple months with both of them. There's one project for which I am um, doing a retopology and rigging of muscly dude who is anatomically correct, and it's gonna be for an app that's personal trainer type of stuff. And the other thing is 3D models for a Battlefield type game, FPS shooter, more tactical probably. I'm just doing 3D models, man. I don't know. What I've been meaning to talk about is what I've been doing, what I've been struggling with recently, how it's been going, and what I'm planning to do about that. Staying consistent with one project. Uh, I've been I've been having difficulties managing my hobbies because I take up a lot of stuff that I get excited over. I really go full on for a couple days. I disappear into my project or my hobby or anything. I can do it for hours and hours upon end, uh, days, and then I get exhausted of it, burned out, and uh, and then I don't want to continue. So yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks to not be able to go through with a like with a full project, or at least not being able to do it in such a way that would make me content with how it works. But it's more than that. Because of all of this, I've been feeling really, really overwhelmed with how many projects I take on, with like regular daily tasks like cleaning the flat, um, I don't know, making meals, getting out of bed even. Mm, so, if there is a lot expected of me and I'm not fully engaged into the thing that I'm working on, like 99% of the time, I'm just gonna abandon it at some point, or I'm gonna drag it over a long period. Um, so that's been really difficult for me. Also, a very wide variety of all types of emotions. I've always been very sensitive emotional kid. I am, to this day, a very sensitive man. I have been struggling with keeping my emotions at bay. I'm good at not showing much emotion. The struggle for me is internal. It's the internal dialogue that's been going on in my head that's really, really loud. It's difficult being around me, I realize. I'm outspoken about stuff that matters to me, that I have a strong opinion on. That's one thing that you could disagree with and you could consider unpleasant to be around. I've been egotistical. I am egotistical. That's true. So, just some regular stuff. Nothing, most people would be would have difficulties dealing with. But I do have a sort of sad negative vibe because of all the stuff that's in my head 24/7, 365. So I understand that I am sort of destined to be a loner. I don't mean it in a bad way. It's not exactly true. First of all, I live with my girlfriend, who is very similar to me in that regard. So we're a pretty good match because we understand each other perfectly. Like what we're going through, what we're struggling with, being there for each other as a type of emotional and other kinds of support, all other kinds of support. It's been great. So I'm not exactly a loner. We're kind of loners together. Um, I also have many good friends, but I just don't meet with people a lot. I just don't hang out a lot because it's mentally draining to me. As much as I like the idea of going out to people, with people, uh, I always easily get overstimulated and um, just drained, and I feel tired, and I need to kind of go back into my cave, and that's okay. That's not really an issue for me. I just hope uh, that I find myself around people who can understand me, and so far, yeah, I've found a couple people that I consider my best friends, my mates, my colleagues that I'm in touch with, keeping in touch with, but I just don't go out to people that often. Well, I have a couple friends that I meet maybe weekly, but other than that, I sit here in this fucking chair all day long, most of the time, or lay in bed, or on a couch. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and I've never had difficulties in like social situations. It's not that. Like, I've I've been considered a charismatic, even popular guy at times. It's just never been really my. It's never been really comfortable to me. I've never really felt very comfortable in that situation. Like, it's cool for a couple hours, but then it's draining for me. So, oh yeah. If I sound a bit nasally, it's mostly because I am not consistent in stuff. So I haven't been going to the doctors regularly. I have some sort of a sinus issue, um, persistent for I don't know, 2 3 years now, and it's been bothering me. But it's been taking ages to diagnose, and now that I've diagnosed it, I haven't really set up anything further. So, um, I'm gonna have to do that. But yep, haven't done it yet, and one of these days I'm gonna. Oh, and why my face is so fucking round? You see, um, most of my life I've been, uh, excuse me, I've been around 70 kilos of weight of sex appeal. I'm so round because I've recently weighed in at 100 kilos, and I started gaining weight since I first took my first meds, my serotonin inhibitors, and it's really never gone down since. So now that we have that established, what am I gonna do from now on? I'm gonna, first of all, try and hold myself accountable with making video logs of stuff that I do so that I don't squander my life away, basically, like I have been. And yeah, I'm trying to tell myself that it's okay, but it's a process. I hope that, like, in a year I can watch this back and see, you know, how much my attitude and my worldview has changed. I'm going to hold myself accountable to do physical exercise, at least something, every day. Something. Can be little, can be huge, can be a small yoga sesh, or like a Pilates type of thing. Can be calisthenics, can be going to the gym, can be going out for a long walk, can be cardio on a treadmill, just something. Just to get myself active, burn some calories, feel better about myself, be less depressed. Because that's the real struggle right now. Be less depressed so I can manage my ADHD better, so I can be less depressed so I can manage my ADHD better. This type of feedback loop, because it's been, I'm depressed so I can't manage my ADHD, so everything is piling on top of each other, and so I feel overwhelmed, so I stay in bed, so stuff keeps piling up, and I'm super depressed, and I can't get out of bed, and everything is fucked. Also, regular sleep, because I've been struggling with regular sleep. My girlfriend's been working day shift, night shift, something in between. So sleep hasn't been super regular for the last months. I'm also gonna be learning my German, mein Deutsch. Yeah, so these are the three big changes that I'm planning to do with my life. If I can, if I'm so inclined to, I'm going to read books. I'm planning to at least read 12 books a year. That's like a. I've only started reading again after a long pause of a couple of years. Like really reading maybe a year ago. Since then, I've read, I don't know, maybe a book a month. So I think that's an okay pace. Like that's a minimum that I'd like to keep. Daily meditation of at least like 3 to 10 minutes, just something. And yeah, if I can do that, I'll probably be much happier. My diet isn't terrible, so I'm not really looking into any big changes right now. I don't eat a lot of fast food. I don't eat a lot of red meats, nothing like that. So I'm kind of, sort of, mostly vegetarian because my girlfriend is a vegetarian, so that automatically makes me kind of a vegetarian. I think I want to do like devlogs and shit, like on a separate sort of plane of existence. I don't want them too intermingled because maybe not everyone wants to listen to me rambling for hours on end. Some of y'all just might want to see updates in my games and shit. So, first project I'm working on is a side-scroller game for my university. It's gonna be a little goblin going against some little gnomes in a side-scroller type fashion, and they're gonna be shooting each other with bullets and some gnomes. So these are just some very loose preliminary sketches for them. So that's project one. Project 2 is muscular, anatomically correct men doing some exercises in 3D. I've been working on retopology, rigging, and animation of this guy, and will probably be buying a mocha suit, so that's cool. Project number 3 is Battlefield or Hell Let Loose, more tactical kind of game where I do 3D models for it, so I'm gonna be also posting some process on that. Project number 4 is gonna be a music video kind of a thing for Doomsgate for the Silesian Philharmonic. So that's really cool. I'm really excited for that one as well. Couple other projects like some artsy stuff in 2D, some sculpting in 3D, some animation stuff, like UI and shit. So yeah, I hope I can actually go through with it this time. I'm doing this series because this is not my first attempt of holding myself accountable, of changing my life, of doing stuff for me and improving and all the kind of shit. So I would like all of you to help hold me accountable. It's been historically known that outside influence is a better motivator for me than my inside motivation. I'm still working on that and on my discipline. Also, I'll show you my little habit tracker and all of that other stuff. Hopefully, you can, join me and, we'll be better people. So, see you on the other side.